Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. It'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They could game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. They find some open field here. Right on my spot sheets, a highlighted turnover margin, because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Xavier Howard, the all-pro corner, up to make the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Tua throwing here, complete to Gaskin. That catch good for only a couple. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, it's now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Tua on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up on Micah Hyde. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Bass is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
From the 27, Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Finding Gaskin underneath. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Gaskin. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Tua going to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. This is Gaskin on the carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That's the rookie first-rounder, Jalen Phillips, who works in to bring him down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll buy some time right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Palardy, on to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Another run with Gaskin. And he's got some space here.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 big yards on that one and a Miami first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Jordan Poyer, the league's leading tackler among safeties last year, in to make the stop. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now here's a carry heading left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Touchdown! Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Bass now to send it away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And now here's a carry heading left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
One score down, here we go.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down. Tua to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 39 yards there, a big one. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Allen to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
fallen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap.